Yo, what's good? Big Z here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make this. First of all, rest in peace, Mac Miller. His legacy will live on through his music. I loved listening to his new album, and this track in particular stood out to me. I really like the beat of this track, so I thought, why not remake it? Even though I almost exclusively talk about electronic music on this channel, there's still a lot of cool production techniques and things used in hip-hop beats, so you can definitely learn something even if you're not that big of a hip-hop fan from watching how I remade this. First of all, these vocal cords right here. Those are sampled from an old school song called It's a Blue World by the Four Freshmen. So I bought that song and I dragged it into Logic and I tried to figure out which parts were actually sampled for the beat, and I came down to these three parts right here. This last one is actually wrong, but it sounds close enough to the original that it's passable, but I really couldn't find that third chord or third vocal chord he used to sample. It sounds close enough though, so what I did is load up those three vocal chords into Logic's sampler right here so I can play them on the keyboard. Then in EXS24, I just changed the attack and decay times right here, and that really changed the sound a lot. So for processing, if I take all the processing off of this, it sounds like this. Then with the processing. So first I added a compressor and then an EQ, which makes a huge difference. Then I just added some stereo imaging with this Infected Mushroom Manipulator plugin. And I added a little bit more EQ right here. These are off, don't worry about those. And then I'm just sidechaining everything to the kick, so it really grooves and bounces with the beat. Then a cool trick I used to make the sample sound a little bit more synth-like was add this layer down here. With this effect off, I'll show you what it sounds like. It just sounds like straight chords, and they're really simple chords from Serum. But what I did is add this noise gate plugin right here, and I sidechained it to a signal that's coming out of the vocal sample. So in this vocal sample down here, you'll see I'm sending it to bus 22, and that bus 22 has no output. That's just so I can take that signal and sidechain it in this noise gate plugin. So essentially what that does is every time that vocal sample plays, it'll let audio come out of this other Serum track. So it follows the chords along perfectly, and I didn't have to do anything extra besides just put this plugin on there and sidechain it. It'll only play when audio is coming out of the vocal sample track. So if I turned off the vocal sample, nothing comes out of this layer. But when I turn it back on, then my favorite part is when this funky synth comes in. I'll mute the vocal sample so you can hear it better. Also, this is where the notes are wrong with the vocal sample. I had to actually shift a couple notes to make it fit with the vocal sample, but really they should be like this. So I'm just going to change these on the rest of the track for now. So here's what the rest of the beat sounds like. These funky chords are from Serum. It's a saw wave with 16 voices of unison and some detune. Here's what the envelope looks like. The envelope is controlling the level of this white noise filter over here. It's also controlling the cutoff of this low pass filter. Then over in the effects section, all I'm doing is adding some multi-band compression. So pretty simple sound. What actually makes a big difference is these EQs I added afterwards. So without the EQs, then with the EQs, another thing I'm doing just to kind of put that sound into space is add a super short delay on it. It makes it sound so much better when it just adds that roominess to it. Then I have this Rhodes electric piano come in. And for the bass, I just used a bass sample sound from Nexus. It's kind of a real sounding bass. So I'll play the full remake again at the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace.